So, I know that I said that, what was it, yesterday? That I said that it was going to be the last time that I ever really, really cooked this dump, right? Well, as you can see on the screen here, as I'm discussing this, it just basically, just confirms what I've been feeling and why I needed to leave. Everything that went wrong in this dump literally messed up my life. Yep. I'm gonna do my very best to just not go off, because I know that I've already spoken supposedly my last words on how my dump is, and how much it affected me mentally, and the fact that I'm still here to this very day, going to my 13th year, which I still hope I can avoid while we're ready in the middle of August. It's just I just like a lot of these bad things that happen with me, a lot of these problems that I've encountered are mostly outside of work problems, outside of this dump's problems. And regardless of all that, this dump will never ever change for the better. It just won't. This dump will never ever change for the better, no matter how much I hope for any change or not. It's still going to be what it is, under the same leadership of the same company president that's just been there for since the company started, and same with the upper management. I mean, I'm not seeing any signs of change for the better. Let's just be real. And now look what just happened this week. It's just, for as rough as it's been, like the first few days and going into yesterday, it's just it's just like I feel like I'm just seeing my life pretty much in danger of being an even worse hell than it already is. And if you thought that my life last year was worse, and the year before that, well, this year, apart from the ongoing tariffs and what I've been seeing on the news, and that everything is, especially when it comes to produce and such other goods, with prices just continuously going up, it's like, I mean, it's just cause for a more stressful life. I know California is just the most expensive, if not the most expensive state in the USA. And this just for this tariff plan to continue going. Hell, I even hear some of the people on my dump just talk about, prices are gonna go high sometime next week on I forgot what it was, but it's like I just don't want to hear any of that anymore. I've been long overdue for a new job. I mean, like the first couple of years when I was there, or at least the first few years when Rico was my co-worker, for our department, we worked closely together, and he even got me involved in doing some projects like there was like a church ad that he had me do, as far as like how the design needed to be, you know, that was like one of the, like, for as close to one of the creative designs I ever had to do as far as like the layout is concerned. And trade show banner, done that. We collaborated on the Centerpoint logo project. I mean, it really felt like work when I was working with him in that dump, you know, going through the growing pains, the problems that I've had that were related directly into that dump, all the criticisms I got, the times when Rico got really upset at me about, you know, not being able to finish his flyer on time, or, you know, just struggling with certain tools on how to implement like certain images or text, or, you know, maybe even different things on a flyer, you know what I'm saying? All those kind of those moments like that, where they were just part of the growing pains. And even the time that, you know, we were silent, like we had this awkward, really cold, awkward silence, you know, just from one misunderstanding. Dude, those are all growing pains, you know, in the process of me just learning to become a better employee, and as well as a graphic designer. And now, fast forward to 12 years. I still can't believe I'm there for 12 years, man. 12 years in that I'm just literally sitting there doing what? Doing what? I'm not really doing anything anymore. And I get that, like Anna would ask me, like, she's been asking me a whole lot lately about doing birthday designs, which, let's be honest, I don't have a problem with. I really enjoy doing those, but it's like, if I'm gonna keep doing projects like that, then why can't my pay be at least $20 an hour? Even me and Ernie were just, you know, we've had these conversations, and even just yesterday, where, dude, he's been in that dump way longer than me, just about like maybe a few years longer, forklift certified, yet he's only paid what? The minimum wage. When all of us, you know, when we both agreed that the minimum wage by now, if that same company president ever, you know, wasn't so damn stubborn and greedy, and, you know, ever had the balls to ever make changes to what the dump is, struggling as it's been the last few years, that the minimum wage, he raised it up to $20. And hell, I probably would have been paid at least like 20, 22, something like that. Fair enough. Because I started at 12 an hour. That was a good start. But now, to be at $17.75, it's like in my 12th year, it's painful. Even some of the guys like Nathan have even said it. That was so damn, you know, it's frustrating. You can factor in a lot of these things, and how much I'm being not so utilized anymore, and being more disrespected and undervalued. These later years, I'm in that dump. Everyone that left, Paula, Ted, Laura, they all told me, hey, you know, you deserve better. You know what I'm saying? Lisa, you deserve better. And that's where I'm at. Job hunting. I'm seeing in my Gmail every single day, job hunting. Like lots of job opportunities left and right. ZipRecruiter, Glassdoor, Indeed, you name them, man. I mean, just to see that, it's like, this is why I hardly ever feel like I'm in a workplace. And with everything just going wrong, with all the constant BS, and just me just feeling totally annoyed that even if I try to do some things right, and especially as I work directly with the company president, it's like, man, dude, it's like I try to do some of the right things, and then it's them just doing the wrong that makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong when I'm trying to do the right thing. I'll never forget, like, what was it? Sometime in December that the company president messaged me about something, and I said, no, my coworker's not back yet, and I'll let you know when he's back, and it said seen, but to this day, it's like he still didn't see the message, like the next few minutes later, and Armando came back, and he even said, he approached me, because I was saying, or wait, what was it? I'm trying to remember. Like I said, he's back. That's why I told the company president, and then and then next thing you know, because I think a coworker's still going to the restroom, right? And after that, like as soon as I was waiting for him to come back so he can settle, and then I can tell him that the company president wanted to see us, and unfortunately, it's like he did not see it. The company president did not see it. There's already been a couple times where I messaged him and it said seen, and he doesn't see them, and he gets pissed off. Well, that's his fault that he didn't see the messages. And so I'm telling you, he needs to retire. The same leadership that just frustrates a lot of us, including myself. I mean, when that happens, it's like, why can't he realize that this dump is at risk of just, when there's really no change that can do for the better, does he not realize, like, sooner or later that dump can just close down for good? I'm surprised it's still up to this day, despite the business being what it is. After what transpired the last couple of years, I already said it in so many of my other videos in the past. I don't have to repeat it here. But here's the thing, it's like, the fact that things like that, especially just these recent weeks, guys like not knowing that Carmen retired, like, are there any proper formal announcements, like, to ever be made about certain people who leave, especially if they've been there for a long time? Like Carmen, who's been there, like, what? Like almost 30 years? There's nothing like that, because they're totally disorganized. And that's one of the things that just annoys me. And you hear people often say, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I even asked some of the people what was going on with that rack, and they're like, I don't know. Like, nobody knows a damn thing. It's like, it's just so much wasted opportunities, so many wasted opportunities just to better this dump. And that's why it's called the dump. I'm calling it my dump. That dump, my dump, this dump, the dump, this and that. Because that place is trash. Therefore, it's called the dump. Right? So, at the end of the day, dude, when everything like that goes wrong, it just literally messes up my life. Just to see how some of these guys are treated like the sales team, getting scolded because they're not giving efforts on doing outgoing calls, as if outgoing calls matter more than ingoing calls. Really? What company thinks like that? Like, I can call this company, like, per Nathan, Company D, if I wanted to. I'm still gonna call it the dump. Like, what dump like this one ever calls out the sales team for not giving enough effort on outgoing calls? As like quantity matters more than quality, especially in an economy like this. I don't like that. It's those things like that, and that just make me lose so much objectivity for a place like that. And it's unfortunate that my like a lot of these days, especially to start the week, after my weekends are just pretty much, being at home and just seeing what I'm seeing, and when I come back, like with the stress around me, and then coming back, it's like my mind is already just gone. Like I'm mentally gone, always mentally corrupt. I can never be myself, and it's like when everything goes wrong in that dump, my life totally gets messed up. That it's given me, I end up having way too many problems, like I've never had before. And with what transpired this entire week, it's like a week that I never ever had. And boy, if I thought my social life, like if I'm talking about what my friend circle is, and especially with the Nutballers, what it was like last year, with this year, oh, you best believe that I think that it's at this point, it's just mandatory for me to just leave my entire circle, because there's no way, like the way people are seeing me now, like some people, especially after what happened this week, and even like weeks before, it would be no surprise to them that they're gonna look at me totally different as in like am I still a friend to them, like a good friend to them? There's no question that I'm going to be perceived as not a good friend anymore. And this week I just pretty much confirmed that I'm just no longer a good friend at that point. The second group text incident in the Nutballers, not just just not already confirmed that I was not a good friend. You know what I'm saying? And even with the help that I got, it's why this dump is a curse. For everything that's gone wrong is because it just not only has it annoyed me to a fault, but like now it's like it's affected me mentally to where some of the thoughts that I have that I just put out, that I never wanted to put out, it's like now I just don't feel ashamed that I even put it out there, especially to some of the guys that have been seeing what they've been seeing. And it's just unfortunate that it's hard for me to really get myself focused, because I can never focus when I'm out of it, and it only happens when I'm in that dump. So I'm saying, like, with everything going wrong in that place, it's making my life go wrong. It's making my character go wrong, and now it's getting to a point where I've just completely destroyed, like, other people's, some of my other friends' characters, and even just their confidence in me, and that they just lost their beliefs in me being a good friend at this point. So I'll tell you that after the first group text incident, Dewey was like, that's the last straw. I've had enough of it. And we still were able to talk, but then now it's I mean, yeah, I know his birthday thing is still coming up, but I mean, right now with me, I need to just I need to just really feel like I'm stepping away from my friend circle, because at that point, they like a lot of these people now, and especially after what transpired this entire week and yesterday, it's like now my friendship is in question, to where, like, and I even said it in my 3-part video before, that what was that small line where I said, they some of these guys, like, if I continue to be in beast mode, that they were gonna see me as a threat, a threat of a friend, and that I may end up saying something way worse than than one, or do something worse. I mean, not in terms of like literally like criminal status like that. No, I'm saying like I might just say or do something worse than what the group text incident, the first group text incident, transpired. And look what happened when I reconnected with these guys like in early June. It was just more of the same. And now the second group text happened. Yes, I got to hang out with a couple of people, but that was just that. I mean, or a few people now. Like also in July, including Boston and Eugene, and it's just. But ultimately, they're just still seeing more of the same from me, because I've already had more problems to deal with, and when you think life is that much harder, like damn. And now look what happened this month. I mean, it's just no question that I should have given it more time for myself. I should have. If I had to stay out longer, so be it. If I had to stay out for the entire summer, going all the way until God knows when, hopefully not till the rest of this year, so be it. Because I totally regret what I did. Because and I should know, because I'm still in that dump. I should know I'm still in that dump that has already mentally corrupted me and drained me mentally. That hell, maybe I didn't lose my hair, but shoot, I lost my true value of myself, especially as a friend. And it's just more like I've said it many times. It's just more and more bad things happening to me, mostly outside of this dump. And for as long as I'm still there, it's gonna serve as a curse in that I'm gonna have more of these bad ones just continue to happen. Let's just be real about that, okay? Let's just be real, in that I mean, I just feel like like my life is already a disaster. Hell, it's just been a disaster every time I'm in that dump, and just knowing I'm long overdue for one, and I'm still there, unfortunately. So I know I said it was the last time I'm going to cook. Well, I didn't really get so much heated this time, but still, I just wanted to address that. With everything going wrong there, it's why my life is totally messed up, and it's messed up for the reasons I just mentioned. And I even said it before too, like the fact that I lost this many friends, and now like what I'm seeing is just more red flags that I might just be somebody that nobody should really trust anymore. It's just that bad. Okay, it's just that bad. I mean, you're completely just, you'll be out of your mind. Anybody will be out of their mind and still think I'm a good friend. And I know some people are just seeing that, like, are just seeing that out of me at this point. So it is what it is. But I still got to do what I got to do, because that's where my focus is going to be, especially since I really need to be out of my friend circle now. So I'll talk to you guys later, man. I'm sure this is going to be the last time I talk about this dump ever. So peace.